part about night trucking? Shadow puppets. Alright, the sun's coming out. It's time to get serious. Take a guess where we're headed. Well, look where we are. Got Matt over there getting loaded. We got Joe up on the scale. They got my truck fixed quick this time. When did it go down? It's Thursday, I think that video was. And it was fixed by Saturday from what I understand. So we're back. We're listening for clunks and stuff though, but I think they got it. I mean, I joke, but I think they got it. But I want to be careful too, because I want to, you know, and just in case, you want to be paying attention.
You're all set, Joe.
So there's Joe. He's all scaled out. He's heading up to Granville. Got Joe and Matt and Joe. 2 Joes, a Matt, and a Wes that I know of, unless there's somebody else ahead of us. So we're here waiting to get loaded. We gotta find something to talk about today. So we're back on Granville. I do like this job. It's just I do it all the time. Let's go get the axles. Y'all know how fun this process is. Here, you know what I'll do? I'll set you down this time. There, that's that. The tarp's already open. I opened that on the way in because it was going slow enough. My lever's not sticking out, but I know it's locked, so we're all right. All right, let's get back in. It's cold up here. See, that's why you got to be careful. They got these big chunks. They're not rocks. It's just like stuck together fill. And well, you got to be careful of them on the tarp, because you got to look and see, you know, make sure you don't shut the tarp on them, or so that they don't fall out while you're going down the road. But more importantly, well, I don't know, but it also importantly, in my trailer, see, that was a steel trailer, so that's a lot more sturdy for stuff like that, and it doesn't matter. I got to get back in over here. But my trailer's aluminum, so I got to make sure that these guys don't drop. They do a pretty good job. They'll pick up a bucket load, and then drop it on the ground and smash them all up first. But I got to make sure and watch his buckets, because he can't drop them in my trailer, because it'll put like out dents. It'll dent it'll push out on the side of my trailer and make like, and then you can't fix that. The sides are so smooth, and then you see a big thing sticking out. So you gotta watch them drop. Plus, some of them are really huge, and you can't have them with the suspension and everything. You can't have them dropping down and smashing on everything. It's no good for the trailers. So sometimes the loader operators think that we're just being picky, or we're just being jerks or something, or we don't want to take the load. It's not that at all. It's just that we want to take the load. We just don't want it to ruin the trailer in the process. These things aren't cheap, and these are our trailers basically. I mean, we didn't buy them, but the boss gives you these trailers to try to take care of them. So anyways, that's why we're not being jerks. We're just trying to take care of stuff, and sometimes I don't think the operators understand that. So all right, we're getting back in here. Let's load up. Let's load up and get going. Been messing around all morning with shadow puppets and waiting in line. Time to get some work done. It's Monday. Alright, we're loaded, scaling out. I gotta go in and get my paperwork. Alright, we're all got our paperwork all done. That was a perfect load. It was 117, 140. So that's good. I didn't want to go crazy heavy again like the last time, just to make sure everything was still good with this. Plus I'm listening for noises and all sorts of stuff to make sure everything's good. But I think it feels good, everything feels smooth, so I think old Precious here is ready for business. I think she's back in action now, this time. So, let's get out of here. Look at, we got Caleb over here clearing a path. We got all these ruts. I don't know if you could see them. We got all these ruts because it's kind of warm today. It's like 30 something, 28, 30. So anyway, it's enough to where the trucks are pushing through. Look at, you can see Mac. Oh, look at his tires. I'll show you because I gotta wait anyway. But we got all these ruts we gotta go through without taking the bumper off somehow. And let me not get run over here if I can help it. Somehow we got to get these out of here so that don't hit. I don't know what the boss here thinks about videoing, but sometimes I'm, well, let me get you adjusted. Sometimes I'm grateful for these videos because I can see, you can look back and see like how deep these ruts were and how, what we're dealing with up here. But today ain't too bad. Just be careful, that's all there is to it. And this guy, Caleb gets, he pays attention to what's going on here. And if he's not busy down in the hole pushing dirt around or something, he'll come up here like this and now look at, he's got this all straight, getting it all straightened out for me. Well, for us, you know, so all of our bumpers are low, so it helps out. So that's cool. Thanks, Caleb. We appreciate it, bud. All right, once he gets done going back and forth with that, I gotta get up here, get turned around and do something. I don't know if you could see that far, but in between them cones, let me see if I can. Oh, of course he's there now, but in between them cones, right there, I gotta back in there and dump. So that's a cool, that's good. They're having us dump out front here now. We don't have to trudge through all the mud in the back and stuff. So it's actually a lot better than it has been, and things go a lot quicker. So that's good. So let's get that done, and so we can keep moving. Oh, it's gonna be, what time is it? 10 minutes to 9 already. I haven't even loaded the first dirty one. This takes time. This job takes time, boys and girls. But we're right to it here, so let's keep with it. Alright, we got it dumped off, but I gotta sit here for a minute because I've told you in some of the videos how you got to be paying attention ahead of what you're doing. When I dumped this, the tractor, the tandems on the rear end of the tractor was actually a little bit crooked. So when it came out off the frame, it came off a little bit crooked. But as you look down the frame, I don't know if you can see it, but as you look down the frame, it was level. So I knew that as the weight went to the back, it would level itself out, and it did, and everything worked fine. The stuff came right out, but the reason the tractor was unlevel is because there was like a little hole on my driver's side right down there. So this is what I'm saying about looking ahead. I had to wait. I have to wait now for this trailer to go down, and I think there's air in the line because it's taken 3 years and a day. But I gotta wait. I'll have to tighten that up with a pipe wrench. But anyways, I had to wait. Jeez, because I didn't want to drop the trailer into the hole that the tractor was in. So you got to think, you got to be looking at, when you go back to let your suspension out and open the gate and everything, you got to be looking at all that stuff, where your trailer is going to go when you pull ahead, all different things, wires. I mean, so that's just an example. So I stopped here, and I'm going to let the body down before the trailer gets to where the tractor was unlevel. So since I don't have a pipe wrench with me right now, I got to wait for this body to come down, and it'll come down. It just takes forever. But what I was talking about with air in the lines and the pipe wrench and having to tighten everything all up, this hydraulic line back here, if that's not completely tight, it can be tight enough for everything to work, but if it's a little bit loose and lets some air in the system, it'll take forever for the trailer to come down, especially when it's cold. Like, well, I mean, it's not wicked cold, but it's cold enough to make everything a little stiff. So I gotta either find, what I'll do this time, I'm gonna let this go down now slowly, and I'll get back in here and get loaded. And then when I get back down to Fort Edward, I'll go into their shop and I'll grab a pipe wrench and tighten this up, and then it'll come right down. So everything's good. We're just gotta wait a little while. Production, screwing up my production, it is. Oh God. All right, never mind. I found a hammer laying over there. So I could just, it only takes a little bit. I just had to tap it a couple times, and now look, it's coming down. Normally I wouldn't pull ahead right now, but it's low enough that it's safe. And yep, everything's good. Everything stayed still. I don't let, oh, I gotta go beyond them things. All right. I don't like to move too much with this up in the air because I feel like it wears out the pins in the back. I try to stay still until it gets way down. But it was taking forever, so, and I got to get up and get my door shut and everything now that it's coming down a little better. So, but that's pretty much normal there. I know it looks like it's still coming down slow, but that's, when it's cold like this, it does come down slower. So I think she's pretty good. If not, we'll have to tap her a couple more times, but I think we're good to go. So let me get these doors and everything shut, and we'll get out of here. Now that's all down, I got to back up here to get loaded. But what that did to me was put me in their break time. It's yeah, 10 after 9, so they all went on break. The guy in the excavator waited a little while, and they're usually pretty good. If you're here waiting to get loaded, they'll wait on their lunch or their break, just get you loaded and then they'll go. But because I had to wait for that thing, the guy went on break. I don't blame him. He probably thought I was screwing around or something, I don't know. But anyways, so they all went on break, so we'll have to, this ain't a bad one, this ain't lunch, so it's only whatever, 15 minutes, half an hour or something. So in the meanwhile, I'll get back in here, and that'll be that. We'll get loaded and we'll get to it. All right, I'm back in. I wanted to show you something. I gotta wait here for them to get off a break anyway. So I wanted to show you something that I was talking about in one of my very first videos about how the ground is frozen, and sometimes that's better because it keeps the truck clean and everything, but sometimes it can be worse because you can bend a bumper. Now, I didn't bend a bumper, thank God, but see how this is kind of thawing out? And it doesn't look that close, and it's not really that close. There's probably 4 inches between the bumper and that. But there's some deep spots like over in there and stuff that you gotta, like in that hole, you can see that hole right in there. Anyways, there's a hole there, so the truck's gonna drop down into that, and then to get back up out, or like this rut here, I don't wanna walk through too much of this because then I gotta get it off my boots. But like these big ones, right there, if you're not careful and you drop the tire down in there, you gotta watch your bumper. I mean, when it's mud like this, it's not horrible. You still don't want to hit the bumper, but when it's mud, most times it'll just kind of make the bumper muddy and push it out of the way. It's still no good for it. You still don't want to do it. But if that was frozen, if those squish marks were frozen, you do a lot of damage to stuff. So, and not only that, but with the rear end in this truck being, well, it's fixed now, but I mean, this is a lot of reason why landfills are even worse, or a lot of times this job is worse. It's not horrible today. But when this stuff thickens up and you have to pull these trailers through this, and then they'll like spin, you don't know it, but you're driving along, they'll start to spin a little, and then they'll catch, and then they'll spin. I mean, you're paying attention, you're trying to watch for that so you can not have that happen. but sometimes it's happening without you even knowing it. And then, I mean, that's tough on these rear ends in these trucks. So mud, I complain about mud a lot. There's a lot of reason why mud is no good, other than just that it flings all over the truck. And a lot of you guys on Instagram follow me during the summer and know how much rain and mud and everything bothers me, how clean I keep this. But this is another reason why it's tough. I mean, you come to this job and then as soon as I pull out on the road, it goes all over the truck because it's all packed up in the treads and stuff. It's tough. So you just try to keep, you try to spray the stuff off of it, the main stuff, because if you know, you come back here tomorrow, so there's no sense in waxing everything and tire shining the tires just to drive through the night for an hour and then have them. So anyways, a lot of reason. There's a lot of reason for being careful of the mud. I made it back to get unloaded and then reloaded. Something I was thinking about with when I was telling you how I found that hammer to tap the hydraulic fitting. That's made of brass, so you don't want to tap that very much because you can break them off real easy or strip the threads. So just for the people that are just starting, or thank you, bait 2. So just for people that don't know, I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. You got to be careful with them. You just got to tap them. You can't crank them down too hard. All right, I'm gonna get in here. I'm all set for bay 2, so I'm gonna get in here and get unloaded and get backed in and reload. Let's keep with it. We're doing good. 10:15. Let's not stop now. Keep her rolling. Careful. All right, we're free. Let's go. Well, we had 116.8 on the load in and like 117.4 on the load. That's 3 load. We're on fire today, guys. We're loading these things just perfect. Keep up the good work. So as I'm leaving Fort Edward here to go back north, I got thinking about something. I want to thank everybody for all the thoughts and prayers on Precious. She really appreciates everybody wondering about her and keeping track of her. She really does. And I make sure to tell her all the messages I get and everything. And it really brings a tear to our eyes to see the support and the love that you guys show for her. She's doing good so far. We got 3 loads in her here today so far. So she's holding together good. I think everything's good. Everything feels good. There's Larry. He's heading into... Oh, I got a shift. Hold on, I got a shift, guys. He's heading into Fort Edward himself. So, all right, that's all. I was just thinking about that. I want to make sure you guys knew how much we appreciated your support and thoughts and prayers. Okay, bye now. All right, well, they got the second clean one dumped. Now I'm down in the, kind of down in the hole here. It's getting bad. As you've seen, it's getting real deep. It's getting deeper and deeper. That the layer of like frost and stuff under there is starting to get wet. So it's getting deeper and deeper. I got stuck for a little while, but we come through there. And just trying to go real easy on everything because of everything's been going on with the truck lately. That's the easy way to tear one of these rear ends out of this thing, is to get stuck and then catch something hard, and the transmission the drive shaft keeps spinning but the axles don't. So when that happens, it's bad. So you try to avoid that, and that's what I'm trying to do, avoid that. So we're creeping through here, we're doing that. I'm all dumped that, got the clean dumped off. Now I just gotta wait. Anthony's over here. I don't know if you can see him over there, but he's over there. He's getting ready to get loaded. We got Jason's in getting loaded now, and then Anthony will back in, and then I'll back in. So I got the trailer all buttoned up and everything. I'm kind of just sitting here waiting now. I don't want to be moving around in this stuff any longer than I have to, so I'll wait until I gotta pull up. So that's an update for now. What time is it? Like 11:30. So we're rolling along. We're doing good. We gotta bring this down, and we'll bring one back, and then bring one down, and we'll go home. Oh, all right, over and out. All right, so we just made it out of the war zone there. I had to lift my second axle back, or my third axle, whatever you want to call it. Look, I'll show you. Because I wanted to get more weight on the tractor because I was stuck and I couldn't get moving, and with everything going on with the, well, you know. But anyways, what do we got to do here? Oh, damn. I'm not used to lifting that one only. So all right, we got them all down, but look at the look how deep it is. It's unreal. I don't know how it doesn't and this is how you tear mud flaps off, because they get, when you're backing up, they get, these don't because they're short enough, but they get pinched under the tire. So I'm pretty lucky with mine. But look at it, just when you think the truck is clean, that's what happened. That's how quick it happens. Now we're shot for the day. And then the fun part is when I pull out of here and oh, and the floor, look at, from getting in and out, nothing you can do. You tap your feet off, blow them off with the air thing. That's why Granville's tough. I don't mind wherever I go. It don't matter. I enjoy coming to work wherever I gotta go, but that's why I like huff and puff about Granville, because it's a pain. You gotta. But tonight I'll go back and I'll spray all this off and clean out everything. So ready for tomorrow she will be. So all right, let's get going here. All this muddle is fling up on the truck when I leave here. I'm pretty excited about that. So all right, let's go. We gotta get going. The other guys that weren't on this job before, like Anthony, both Anthony's and Jason are here now, so they must have dumped in the morning and then came here or something. So now so I'm in really no rush because they just left, and by the time I get down to Fort Edward, there'll be like 3 trucks in line ahead of me. I'll have to wait down there anyway, so be a good time to grab some lunch or coffee or something and take a slow ride down south. So here we go, let's get to it. Okay, well, we're back to the SMI, back to Fort Edward here. Waited for a couple people to dump, and now we're gonna dump this stuff off. And I think we hit our limit. Can only bring 18 loads down here, and there was enough trucks that I don't know if I'll be going back up there or not again for the third one, because they got their limit. They got enough, so we'll have to see. I'll keep you updated, but right now I'm gonna pull up here and wait for the loader to get this door cleared out for me, and we're gonna get this off of here and find out what we got to do next. Okay, that's that. We're not doing the next one because they already got enough loads, so we gotta go down to Carver, get some salt, or preload some salt or something. But well, here we are. Old one-hand Wesley. We got her. We got her. Get that so they ain't crinkled. Alright, that's down. Let's see, we gotta shut the tarp. Get your hat on. Don't mean turn the heat down. Oh, it's either the heat settings in this. Heat works. Works very good. It's either cold or hell. That's the settings you get. But it sure feels good when it's 2 out. Okay, we're out of Fort Edward. We gotta head south on the north way. We gotta take the south way down to Carver. And then I'll keep you informed here what we gotta do next. It's dark out today. It never really got light. The clouds it's like this. Well, the camera doesn't show light very, sometimes I notice when I say that I'm losing daylight and I end the video, it's a lot darker in real life than it is on the YouTube video. But anyways, it's dark today. It's dark right now. It's been pretty dark all day. It's like there's a storm coming. Something. Oh, there's a storm coming. That's for sure. It's coming to Carver in about an hour and a half. There'll be a storm there. So get ready. Oh, here comes the radio. Now people are going to start talking on the radio. I got to get off this video thing before somebody starts yakking. Plus, I got to make this corner. Well, we made it. Getting loaded with salt. They got to bring it in from the boat. Got one guy bringing it in the building, and then the guy in the loader here, Jared's taking it out, putting it in me. But that's good. We'll get this all preloaded, and I'll be back. It's 2:30. Be back to shop about 3. I'll have daylight. I'll be able to get this mud and stuff off of here and get fueled up. So that's going to be about the day. That's pretty much Monday. So we'll load this up and get the tarp shut, get back and clean things up, fuel up, and get ready for the morning. Probably have to leave pretty early tomorrow morning. Usually, you know, 'cause it's like 4 hours away, so usually got to leave fairly early. So we'll have to see what we're doing. Alright guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the videos and all the comments and all the stuff on Instagram. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that, and then hit the bell so that you can see when I post another video, because as usual I have no idea when I'm going to post them, even though I tell you when I'm going to post them, then I don't. So that's your best option. Alright guys, thanks. Monday's done. Thanks for riding along. You ever notice you never miss a gear until you're right in front of the shop and everybody's standing outside listening to you?